All right. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. How's it going, chat? Hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Just get this set up real quick. Get a general overview of the situation. How's it going, chat? Hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate you folks tuning in. What do you call it? We broke 1,000 subs, so thank you for that. First off, round of applause. We did it. We got there. Shout out to you, chat. Couldn't have done it without you folks. What do you call it? That means we have to film a 1,000 sub game, which is going to be like an apocalypse style game. So we got to start planning that. We have some of the terrain already printed. I have to order that Amazon ball thing, that glow orb. But we're probably, maybe we'll do like a big, what do you call it, US versus Axis. And we'll unveil the Totem Core platoons and the Fireflies and all that. So, but we need to start planning for that, because we were waiting for 1,000 subs for that. So thank you first off to everybody for that. And we have a new battle report that'll be coming out on Wednesday that I'm currently working on. I've gotten a good amount of progress done already, which is good. That's going to be a Turnip28 battle report. And tomorrow we're filming a 3-player game. So one of the first battle reports that we did was a 3-player game, where it's 1v1v1 with like 750 points. Tomorrow we're going to be doing a 3-player game with 2,000 points each. So it's going to be in total 6,000 points, but so it's going to be a big game. So I'm excited to do that. And one of the things that I wanted to do was go over the list that I'm going to be playing, and kind of come up with it with you folks. We've been using pretty similar lists and stuff like that. I'm going to be playing the Axis, so I want to use a little Peacock. And I'm thinking I want to lean heavily on, because I don't have a ton of units for his army. We just have 6 Nachtjäger and 12 Totem Core, really. So what we need to do is, I would like to use a bunch of regular bolt action vehicles and infantry, and we're gonna essentially build a list with 2,000 points, pretty heavy on like tanks and transports, a bunch of like veteran infantry maybe, and regular infantry, maybe some sniper teams, things like that. And then we can add some Nachtjägers, and we'll have Heinrich Ross leading the whole thing with his girlfriend, Helga Wunderpump. I almost forgot her name, unfortunately. Yo, what's going on, RK? I do, believe it or not, do have a face. Mostly covered in beard at the moment. I got to trim down my winter fluff, but let's also switch up the music. Let's go with some nice, relaxing Resident Evil music, shall we? So, unfortunately, I looked to see if they, they don't have the app on the computer, from what I can tell. At least if you guys know if the Warlord app is on the computer, I couldn't see it. So we're going to have to build the list, I guess on my phone or something. It's going to be annoying, but that's all right. I have a nice camera for it. But the whole idea is I just want to see what we need or what we can get away with, and you folks could help me, because I want to see what do you think would be fun. We use a lot of like conflict units and stuff. Like my American lists have been like Fireflies, Paragons, and Walkers. Fireflies, Paragons, Walkers. So maybe we'll try out more like bolt action units. Rev's going to be playing the Japanese, and our friend Chris will be playing the British. So it's going to be British, Japanese, and the Axis. I'm going to stay away from using like the meta units. Maybe I'll use 3 Schreckwolfen, we'll see. But I'm going to not try and use too many Schreckwolfen, the Schwerfield cannons and stuff like that. I am going to use some Totencore, but not the new Totencore platoons and stuff. We're actually in the process. We have to build some Totencore. You know what? That is something we can actually do tonight. We could actually build some Totencore as well. But no matter what, I want to put this list together. I feel like this would be fun, so. You had to shave your mustache the other day? Oh, man. R.I.P. R.I.P. I think I found the online one. What's that? You found a mustache you could print out or something? What's the online one? I forgot. I don't know what oh, the online app? Are you talking about Easy Army? Because I'm talking about like a Warlord's official app. Like the one you pay like $1 or $2 a month for. Anyways. Alright. Let's, so, Old Stug, or Stug 3, the app website. What's the name of it? I'm going to Google it real quick. Warlord Games app. Ah, Warlord Games app. Ah, okay. I need to... Okay, give me a sec here. Oh, is it that easy? Hey, thank you. All right. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. There is an app builder on the computer. Yeah, it's app.warlordgames.com. Very cool. Yo, Tiki, thank you, my friend. Round of applause with the gifted membership going out to Mindy Mundus. Thank you. Howdy, Tiki. I hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, we had Tiki the Hut in spirit and in miniature form in the last battle report. One of these days we'll get Tiki in a battle report. So this is actually something I wanted to talk about. Me and Ed Scar are going to... He's kind of looking in the back end. It's a long-term project, but we're eventually going to play Konflikt via Tabletop Simulator on PC. And it's a very simple game to run. It's more so we got to just download some mods, but it's pretty simple via Steam Workshop. But, I mean, people play Bolt Action and, like, Warhammer 40k on Tabletop Simulator. So that's one way we can actually do battle reports with people that aren't close enough that we can actually meet up in person. In the time being, before we could fly down to Florida, me and Rev, you know what I mean, or something. Or you come up here to New York. So that's something to look forward to in the future. Think about that. We might potentially... That also might be the best way to play games against chat, is in Tabletop Simulator as well in the future. Alright, we're going to create a new company. We're going to go with the Axis, but think about that. I don't know if you got a PC or a laptop or something, Tiki, but I could always, I guess, share my screen in Discord or something. We could do it that way one day. It's something for the future. You know what I mean? You just finished your 2K Axis to face Mrs. RK's Fireflies. Very cool. Well, I'm rooting for the Fireflies, even though I also play Axis. I'm an American player at heart. I can't help it. They're definitely my favorite army to play out of the two armies that I have access to. All right, but I wish you luck, good sir. You'll trip up to New York sometime. It's just a train away. Train away? What are you talking? They ain't got no goddamn train from. Oh, I guess from like if you go out that way, yeah. But from Florida, what do they got? A tram you can hop on nowadays? Sounds good though. I'm excited for it. All right, let me move my mic a little bit. So, give me a sec here. Let me zoom in a little. Boom. So first off, mandatory platoon. We either need a assault platoon or a Toten-Rot platoon. We aren't doing a Toten-Rot platoon because we don't have everything built yet. We should honestly, tonight, what we really should do, we should start building Toten Core. That's maybe what we're going to do after we build this list, because Rev dropped off the Toten Core from the Festoon Europa, and we also have the Festoon Europa book. Oh, we should take a look at that, and we should build some Toten Core. That's probably what we should do tonight, because I don't really have any painting to do. I was going to, like, paint some tracks and treads if I need to, but, like, whatever. Let's make a list first. Let's sit down. This will take a little while. Smart to root for them. Better chances. I don't know. You'd be surprised. As long as give yourself one Schwerfield cannon, that might even the odds. What's your Axis list looking like? All right. One of the other things I want to do is I want to make a video on the Japanese. Okay, because we just did a battle report with the Japanese, and they tied, right? 5 points. And they were able to hold 2 of the points the Americans had. Well, hopefully I'm not spoiling it for you guys. I'm assuming you guys saw it already, but whatever. If I spoiled it, then I apologize. I probably should have said spoiler warning. But either way, the point I want to make is that there were multiple people that commented, and they were like, I am going to stop building my Japanese army. And I'm going to stop playing the Japanese. This is enough. I love your battle reports, but, like, the Japanese just are terrible or something. So, like, that's pretty alarming when I've had, and this is like every video we do with the Japanese, there's people like Japanese players that you would think they like lost their home and they're on the corner, the street corner, like begging for change. You know what I mean? So I want to do a video on the Japanese, going over some of the stuff that I think that could be improved with them or something like that. Fair weather fans. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? It's still like there seems to be a pretty large consensus by people that the Japanese just are terrible in conflict, when I don't think they are. So I think it's a good point to that would also just be to mention the different tactical things that you need to do, like you commented on. But I think there are some rules that like suck, like the fact that you can lose the entire Ghost Squad if you fail the morale check on their teleport ability. That's too harsh. I think they got to do something where you take maybe like a set amount of damage rolls, or maybe you roll a dice and lose a certain amount of minis or something. You know what I mean? Because just that in itself, there's a couple other things I think, like points wise, where the Japanese are kind of it's weird how like the points are distributed. But I would like to do a video like kind of maybe talking about the Japanese and like just kind of like a discussion video about it or something, because it sucks when like so many people are like that down bad about it. I know it's your favorite. I mean, you love the Japanese and you play them and this and that, but there's only 5 armies in the entire game, so like you don't want you want them to try and be on a somewhat fair playing field or something. It seems like a lot of people are down bad on the Japanese, so I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what could be changed that could make them a little better, could make them more fun or something. I think they have the best sculpts out of most of the conflict stuff. I think they have some of the nicest sculpts out of all of the lineup, you know? Well, that's the thing, though. It's one thing if it's a... it's maybe like a super high skill army, but even times, Rev is a very, very good player. I mean, Rev, whatever game we play, it doesn't matter if it's chess, doesn't matter if it's some sort of war game. That dude is just, his brain just works on a different level, and he can like see the Matrix, right? Me, I'm like, rah, charge, you know, I'm thinking about what's, but Rev, like, really, I played so many different games like this against him, and whether it's 40K and even not even tabletop, just like Magic the Gathering and things like that. His brain is just, so he's definitely on that level. But there are times where I felt like there's been a lot of like, oof, you know what I mean? Like, if he just had a couple more tools at his disposal or something. And again, you know, it's a small sample size, but it's just somewhat alarming how many people are complaining about the Japanese in the battle report videos. And not these people, they're like, hey, love the video and whatnot, but I think I'm done. They're like, I keep having bad luck, and every battle report I watch, they lose or whatever, and I'm just gonna stop with the Japanese. It just, it just sucks seeing that. You know what I mean? So maybe there's a video we can make to like talk about the faction, maybe explain some of the nuances, but also talk about some of the things that I think could be good balance changes, just to give them a little boost. You know what I mean? But again, we don't have tournament data as much. I know there was that one Konflikt tournament that Barefoot Miniatures, I think they won. The one, I forgot his name on there, but with the US, I think, or something. But yeah, there's some, just from playing like about 20 games or so now, not with the Japanese, but just overall, there's definitely some things that like either maybe that some new units could fix, or maybe just some tweaks to some old rules and stuff to make them a little bit better. Maybe some point changes. They did get some point change buffs recently, but I don't know. If anyone here plays the Japanese and feels, because I've just had so many people talk about that in videos, so it's just been like something that I'm like, I think I should talk about this. You know what I mean? But maybe, you know, Tiki, maybe this would be a great opportunity if you want to be a guest star and maybe point out some of the nuances and some of the tips and tricks for the Japanese, if you want to come and be a guest star on a video or something like that. I think they're waiting on Japanese buffs until their next book. Well, that's the thing. They have new units, right, Jamie? So they have that, like, ghost unit and stuff. I like being on the back foot in game. Yeah, for sure, right? But let's say somebody, you know, they got the Japanese because they think it's cool and they're brand new to it and they're brand new to Konflikt. They're not as experienced, right? They definitely, I think every army needs somewhat of a crutch. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have the like jump units in the Fireflies, or like some sort of really good, solid, strong unit that like a newer player can use. Like you have the Schwerfield cannons on the Germans. You have the Bears for the freaking Russians. You have like the Fireflies or the Paragons for the Americans, which allow you to generate guts every turn or just drop down and just melt something, you know. The Brits have the Merlin Walker, which is like badass, and the Japanese do have some good stuff. Particularly, I do love their power armors, and I do love some of the walkers, like the Scorpion Walker thing. But I think like their Ghost Squad could be their core unit. You know what I mean? If you just like get rid of that ability and maybe or change it so they don't automatically lose all their dudes, and also maybe give them some other cool thing. There's some other keyword. I don't know. Have a chi, will ha. Okay. You play them one way and it works for you. Well, that's the thing though. If you have success, that could be good for people, you know, to know. So you got a stall officer and 2 men. Love it. Stall squads, 3 LMGs and light anti-tank, while the other is a 6+ with the Faust, 6 Schreckwolfen, a Brandenburg, 6 with 2 LMGs. So what's that? Is that a excuse me, is that an armored transport, or what is that? PZ4 Walker, okay, Panzer IV Walker, veteran with the cannon, and 2 Vogelspinners and 2 Stugs. I mean, you got, that sounds great. I think you're going to be surprised how that works out. I should be rooting for the Americans. They're going to need it. DM'd you a 1.5k list might help. Okay. Let's, hold on. I can take a look real quick. Just to get a rough idea while we're talking about it. Yeah, maybe I'll reach out. We could do a little Discord call or something like that. You know what I mean? Okay. So this is with bolt action. We got 15 order dice, 3 rift dice, 1493. Oh no, we're all playing. Wait, 1500 points is the normal for Konflikt, right? Yeah. So we're playing 1500 points tomorrow. Yeah. Not 2000. I keep forgetting 15. I'm just so like used to it. Okay, so let's take a look. Platoon commander, officer, veteran, +2 soldiers, 3 SMGs, combat blade. Okay. No guts. Right? Or 1 guts. Yeah, 1 guts. Or is that, you need to check that. I'm confused at how this PDF works. But anyways, we got a Shibito squad, which I'm assuming are these bolt action units right here. No. You can exhaust the rift die. These are the ghosts, or not the ghosts. Are these the zombies? That's what they are. They're the zombie ones. Rev hasn't used them before. That's why. So you can return them. Okay, so this is very similar. Returning models can be placed. Yep. Okay, so it pretty much is like a totem core. Zombies. Okay, got you. Yep. With subs. Or with guts, yeah. Yeah, thank you. We got 1,000 subs. Appreciate it, my friend. We're going to be doing a huge game. We're going to start... We've been, like, getting some terrain printed and stuff, so it's in the works, but we're going to take our time. I think this is going to be when we... we'll see. Maybe we'll premiere the Toten Rot and the Firefly platoons for the 1,000 sub battle report, which is just going to be, like, a massive... The whole table is going to be, like... It's going to take, like, days to do. So we got the 2 Shibito squad. Shibito, is that how you say it? Shibito squads. They're 6 mans. Imperial Japanese 10 mans. Veterans. Rifles and 1 submachine gun for the officer, I'm assuming, or NCO. Okay, interesting. So there's 2 of those, 10 mans. We have a sniper team. The sniper teams are great, by the way. With the Shiburu rifle snipers. We have the anti-tank teams, which I just had to put anti-tank teams because YouTube would have definitely not liked the name. Okay, so that's the first platoon. Very good, okay. So pretty infantry heavy too, which is nice for scoring and things like that. And then we have an armored platoon with the Chihas. And ATs. Not with the Shiburu cannons, huh? Interesting. So why you got 3 Chiha tanks? What's the reasoning for not? Is it because you decrease the points, you're able to get more and not use the cannons? So actually 4 Chihas. Hell yeah, dude. Interesting. So you got 4 Chihas with ATs. 1 anti-tank dude with a stick. You got a sniper team, 2 infantry teams of veterans. You got 2 zombie teams and your platoon commander. Now the question is, how do you play this list? That's the real question. But that's the whole thing. You should save that for your channel. That should be a video on your channel. You should actually definitely do a video on your Tiki Terror list and how you would go about playing it for different missions. They have tough fighter. Is the Tough Fighter an upgrade, or is that something they just have? The INF squads? Because there's one SMG, right? They get assault from the... Yeah, so you pay for Tough Fighters, I'm assuming, right? One thing I've learned, the Japanese like charging. They like yelling Banzai. So if you can use the ambush ability and charge, what is it? Like you can charge outside 12 inches or something? From nowhere. Empire Japan units on ambush may ambush charge enemies that move within 12 rather than 6. This counts as a surprise charge. If the ambush charge goes over rough ground or obstacle, the ambushing unit begins in rough ground. The ambush charge is reduced to the advance rate. So you get to charge outside of 6 inches to 12, which is really important. You should really be using the Japanese on ambush. Any infiltrator units or whatever, or any units on ambush, improve their cover save by 1, which I feel like we forget half the time, by the way. And this is this the Japanese one, or is this the Konflikt one? What's the Konflikt? Are they similar, or is this the one? Because I know you're using other units, right? Yep, the ambush. Nope, yep, shadow work. Secrets at Iwo Jima. This is the outflanking from turn 2 rather from turn 3. Entering from any point on the owning player's DZE. You don't suffer from the -1 for the order for the outflanking. And the other thing is all Empire of Japan infantry and artillery units have the Fanatics rule and automatically pass morale checks for being assaulted by enemy vehicles. Furthermore, Empire of Japan units may reroll failed order tests when attempting to assault. Okay. That's interesting. I will say this is probably their least... I mean, Fanatics is good. But this is probably the least... Maybe the least helpful, I guess. It really is betting you... You really got to be going on ambush with the Japanese, right? You have to remember ambush charges don't need line of sight. There's so many rules, dude. There's so many rules. It's gonna be a little while before we actually have a crisp, clean, no mistake game. Give us a year or so. We'll get there. Yeah, so the Japanese really want to be going on ambush, man. That's kind of like really important. All right. Well, thank you, Tiki. What do you call it? Hold on, give me a sec. Yeah, I would love to one day. I would at some point when I'm so busy right now, dude. But I would love to do another video on the Japanese at some point. So maybe we can have you on there talking about them. Thus the 4 tank with the main guns. So here's the thing. I think that's a good point. Veteran infantry units that don't die as easy. Also, hence the zombie squads. They can't capture, but they can prevent capturing and throw people off objectives, right? So maybe having the good solid infantry core, right? And then having all that armor. The armor can kind of move around, do shots, and kind of soak up shots and this and that, be a threat. And then you can put put most of your infantry on ambush in the right spots, and then, you know, charge out, get the fireflies as they're coming in. So that's the last game we played. Literally, me and Rev were going down and going on ambush with like the majority of our units for the entire game, for the first 3 turns. Because he knew I could firefly jump down at any point and just shoot him in the back. So he was like, all right, I'm going to be on ambush then the whole time. But the one thing that sucked is it kind of stopped him from then moving up the board. And so he still was able to do so. But it definitely, you need to have a good amount of units to where you can dedicate enough of them to be on ambush, but also have units to be able to move and score. So it's definitely tricky. It's definitely not the easiest army to play. You know what I mean? For sure. The zombies on ambush by the tanks protect them from fireflies. Yeah, I guess you're not shooting with them, right? And it's kind of hard to get a charge off with the Totem Core is what I've found out, unless people come to you because they move so slow. So it's definitely like the Totem Core goes somewhere and they just kind of sit there and they're like, okay, whatever. If people come to us, we're fighting. Otherwise, we're going to sit here and we're just going to either soak up shots or be on a point or something like that, you know? The tanks on ambush keep the walkers from owning the board, and the sniper on ambush scares the officers and heroes. Yeah, yeah. It seems like a solid list for sure. Seems like a solid list. So you know, we're gonna try and mimic Tiki's Terrors for tomorrow. We're playing against the Brits and we're playing against the Japanese. 1,500 point lists. So Rev, I'm assuming you're gonna make a list for the for Chris with the Brits. But so here's the thing: we need to make our 1,500 point Axis list. First off, Little Peacock. He's going to be in charge. And with Little Peacock, we also need... I think we can go 2 emus. I would love the medic, but man, they increase the points on a lot of these guys. So let's go 2 emus with the Schmeiser upgrades. And we don't need to give him Panzerfaust, I don't think. That's 230 points. It's kind of pricey. And now we need a platoon commander. The medium AT is better, but the Shiburu turret has the free hand. I like the Shiburu turret, but I guess you're right. The AT, the Shiburu, that's the thing. The Shiburu cannons are really nothing to write home about. It's the Shiburu rifles are nice. But the cannon, they need like some sort of like mega Shiburu cannon. Or something, like a Gatlin Shiburu cannon. Then use your veteran infantry with tough fighters to move in and take objective. Yeah, yeah. Dude, Rev's a good... I'm telling you, if anyone... Believe me, if I chose the Japanese, people would be writing hate mail. They'd be like, you're the worst Japanese representative ever. Alright, we're going to go Platoon Commander because she gets a point of Rift Mastery for free. And I think we want to pay for a point of Rift Mastery to give... So she'll have the free one. So she'll turn a Surging Die and give it to the Nachtjäger or the Schreckwolfen or something like that, for instance. Should we use Schreckwolfen? That's the question. I don't know. We are definitely going to use... So I want to use 2 Nachtjäger squads of 3-man or 1 6-man Nachtjäger squad. Maybe we do 1 6-man. And then I have 12 Totem Core total. So do we do 2 6-mans or do we do a 12-man? We should probably do 1 12-man, right? Hey, thanks for handing out, Tiki. Appreciate it, my friend. Thank you, dude. And thank you for the gift membership, but thanks for the help with the Japanese. And look, far too kind, my friend. You do not have to be doing that. Thank you, though. Very, very kind to you. What do you call it? We're definitely going to have to get you on the channel here at some point in the future. But thank you, my friend. By the way, the gift membership going out to Grape Ape. So enjoy, Grape Ape. Thank you, Tiki. Appreciate it, brother. You ain't got to do that, by the way. Just handing it out means a lot, so. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Alright. I think we're going to go 12-man Totem Core. And here's the thing, though. Like, you could split up the squads. I think the next assault platoon is going to be more infantry-based. Let's do all the fun stuff in this one, because why not? Oh, we need the special ones here. I forgot. Totem Core, Nachtjäger. I do plan on building Noct Ballin at some point, but I gotta get some infantry bodies and make some cool like emu heads. Got any Noct Alban? I don't have Noct Alban, unfortunately, so I do need to build them. I do have some kits and stuff, but I gotta just look one day when it's on sale and buy one of the bolt action big infantry kits. Do some kit bashing. Alright. So for the Totem Core, we're gonna do 12 man. We'll just put a big blob. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a like play a hold the center. Not that I'm building the list for it, but I could probably just stick my Totem Core right in the center if I win Infiltrator roll off. In terms of the pull the dice out. And you know what? Let's just do the 6 man of Nachtjägers in one squad as well. So we're already at 700 points. We can go ahead and make another platoon. Let's go with an infantry platoon. I guess an assault platoon. So there is a recce platoon. With the recce platoon, I think we can use... I don't think it really matters, but I do want to, like... I kind of want to use... I have 2 Hanamags. So I kind of want to use, like, 2 Hanamags. I have a Panther. I have, like, a small Tiger. I have a late model Stug with the anti-tank. I have the Howitzer, early model Stug. I have a Panzer IV. So I want to use some, like, definitely use some tanks and stuff, but I want to use some transport. So maybe we'll do a couple veteran infantries. I think we'll just use them. What's the difference with the recce platoon anyway? Let's take a look. I don't know what the difference is. Is this a bolt action platoon? Yeah, it's a bolt action platoon, huh? Oh, it is a conflict platoon, I guess, but... I know there's something with the recce platoon. We're not going to use it, though, right now. We'll just do an assault platoon. I know there's something to it. I know with an engineer platoon, you can get a flamethrower guy, but... Oh! Sorry, chat. You couldn't see that. Yo, what's going on, Jenny? How's it going? We're putting together a list for... tomorrow. We're going to be doing our 3-player conflict game we're recording, and it's 1,500 points. The Brits, the Japanese, and the Axis. So I want to put together a list with some Rift units, but mostly like bolt action. Sleepy but good. Well, hopefully you got some good sleep. Must have enough transport space for every model, and every vehicle gets recce for 10 points. Okay. Yes, okay. Okay, yeah. It's like a bolt action style thing, I remember. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and add another platoon commander. Probably inexperienced with the Rift Mastery. Maybe we don't do Rift Mastery. Maybe we do Guts. And we need 2 more units. Oh, these have to be... Gotcha. So these have to be... So maybe we could just do a... Maybe this is an armored platoon then. Because can we just get more infantry units here? We can get 2 veteran infantry squads. We can get 2 transports, sniper team, anti-tank team. Maybe we just do that. That's kind of what I usually do. Let's take a look. I want to go Fallschirmjägers, which are veteran. We'll do late war Fallschirmjägers. I don't want to give them all Panzerfaust because then they all have to fire them. We would definitely want an LMG. How many I got quite a lot of them. Maybe how big are the Hanamags? I guess that's the real question. How much can we fit in a Hanamag or something? Yeah, it's the same price as the bolt action one, it looks like. This has transport 12. Okay. It's damage value 7. It has an MMG. Unfortunately, no HMGs. The HMGs are an American thing. So why don't we go with 2 Hanamags, and then we could do 2 12-mans, but that's kind of a lot of points. We could do regular. Well, see, the thing is, the Fallschirmjägers are veterans. They have stubborn, which is what separates them as Fallschirmjägers. I'll probably forget about it anyways, as usual. Let's go ahead. Let's pump them up to 10 mans. I think they're going to be 10 mans, so that's fine. We have an LMG, and then honestly, we want as many. If we go 10 man, we could go with 2 LMGs. So there's 2 loaders, 2 LMGs. So you can only fit so many assault rifles is the issue. Oh, the NCO may have an assault rifle. So let's see. So that's 1 assault rifle plus 6 is 7. The loader and LMG is 9. So there's going to be 1 dude without. So it's almost easier to just make them like 9 mans. I could give 1 an SMG or something, I guess. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 weapons? Okay. Because the loader... Yeah, the loader is a rifle dude. Alright, so that's... They're pretty expensive, though, like that, dude. I mean, I could always use, like, regular infantry, I guess, but I love the Fallschirmjägers. What if we just double this? 2 10-mans, 2 half-trags. We're at 1233. Eesh. Oof. It's pretty pricey. So let me take a look. What other infantry unit? It could just use like an air infantry squad or something. Where's the infantry squad for the 60 points? Let's just check out the regular Volksgrenadier squad from the Konflikt rulebook. We can go regular. There's 6 soldiers. So we could get 12 mans if we wanted to. And then you could just give them all assault rifles and stuff. This is a lot easier of an option, huh? And then you could just upgrade them. Okay, we'll just call them Fallschirmjägers. I think this is cheaper and possibly better. We'll see. Let's do 6. So that's 12 mans. Do we want them to be veteran? That's the question. Let's see what it comes out to be price-wise. Because we'll have 12 veterans versus 10 Fallschirmjägers. Let's see. LMG loader. You know what? I'm just going to load it up, dude. So that's 4. We have 12. We need 8 assault rifles. And give them stubborn. And how much is... So that's 246. So what if we get rid of 2 guys so we can kind of see points-wise what's better? We'll get rid of 1 of these. How many is that? 9. So that's 10. And we'll drop down to 10 there. 203. It's actually cheaper for the Fallschirmjägers. Okay, well, let's see. We could go Fallschirmjägers. And then we need an armored platoon. I don't know if I'm going to get as many tanks as I want. We might need to drop them down to regular or something, dude. Because I want some vehicles. Alright. No matter what, I want a Stug. I love the Stug. It's one of my favorite vehicles. Unfortunately, I think they're kind of pricey. So let's put a Stug down, and man, a Panzer's going to be pricey. Maybe we go double Stug. Your favorite is the Stormtroopers? The Stormtroopers are so cool. We have Emus as Stormtroopers, but so I'm trying to look at vehicles we have. We have a Panzer IV, a Stug 3, Stug 4, the two Hanamags. I have the Panthers. The Panthers are going to be like 300-400 points. They're going to be too much. So let's take a look at the Stug real quick. We're already getting pretty pricey. What about a Stug 4? Or a Stug 3, I should say. It's going to be a Stug 3 F or G or H. That's what it is. And this has a heavy anti-tank gun. HE2. It's got MMG. It's pretty pricey though, I think, right? Command vehicle. Do we want the Schertzen side skirts? It only protects against like really the anti-tank rifles and stuff. Nah, we're good like this. 225. So we're already at 1558. Throw some Brandenburgs in. What the hell are the Brandenburgs? Brandenburgs? Brandenburgers. Ah. Brandenburgers. How the hell do you spell these things? Is a bolt action Axis? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I've never seen this vehicle before, so I want to see what it looks like. Armored. What the hell is a Brandenburger? They're just standard yeah, I just don't know what the hell it is, though. Is it like a truck, or... Ooh, the Sturm Tiger. That thing is sick, dude. Somebody posted one of these on the Discord recently. Brandenburger. Oh, they're infantry. Brandenburgers? Brandenburgers. Special forces, huh? What do they got? Oh, they did one of those cool raids. Behind enemy lines. When outflanking, this unit ignores the -1 modifier. Elite of the elite. To represent special training, they have Tough Fighter and Fanatics. Paranoia. When the enemy rolls on the foo bar chart, they suffer a -2 modifier for the roll. Nice. Oh, yeah, these guys. Sabotage. Enemy units in reserve suffer a -1 modifier on the test to come on the table. Ooh. Tough Fighters. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I don't know if, I feel like I would need some cool dudes that look separate from everybody else. I like them, but we're struggling for points at the moment. Here's the thing. I think these... I hate to say it, but I think we got to make these guys... I don't know if we could have Fallschirmjägers. I think we just need, like, regular infantry or something. I don't know if we're going to have enough points. Let's just see. Let's see what we want, what we're working with. I do want a... I think we're just going to go with a Stug 3G and then like a Stug 3B or something is what I'm thinking. We'll have a howitzer and we'll have a heavy anti-tank. We'll go Stug A with the light howitzer. I do have like a little shit wagon to drive around with a autocannon, it looks like. Okay, so we got 2 Stugs. That puts us at 14 something. We are using bolt action units. Yes, that's fine. I don't know if we can use Fallschirmjägers. I think we just got to use regular infantry, to be honest with you. Maybe we do 9-mans. I mean, we could still use... Let's do LMG. A 6-man plus... Oh yeah, so that's 9. What does that come out to be? 147? We could do 9-mans. That puts us at 1505. I don't know. I feel like the veterans, the damage value 5 have come in handy quite a few times when like being shot at by +1 pen weapons, Jenny. The veterans have not been bad. There are many times where I'm like, ooh, I'm shooting at veteran infantry. I'm like, damn, okay. The fact if it was like a regulars and I had 4s or whatever, right? It would have been, I think it would have been a little different how it came out, but with a lot of the heavy weaponry in conflict, I could see that possibly being the case. So right now we got 2 tanks. We got a Stug, early model Stug, late model Stug. We got Heinrich Gross, inexperienced platoon. Wait, is this inexperienced or regular? We want to do inexperienced. Inexperienced platoon commander with a pistol. 12-man Totenkorps, 6-man Nachtjäger. 2 I mean, this, I don't know, this list does not seem very, something in my gut's telling me, yeesh, I don't know. I kind of want a sniper team, for sure. Just to be threatening and have another infiltrator unit. Go with a regular sniper team. We got to make some adjustments, though. Is it worth to have 2 9-man squads in Hanamags? The idea is they'll like move up the board and they'll be in cover in the Hanamags, but the Hanamags are gonna they're gonna blow up, right? 90% of my games are against Fireflies and Teslas, so take with a big grain of salt. Yeah, true. Well, it's very popular units. I take them all the time. Japanese do have the best snipers for sure, because they have they get the additional hit, right? If I'm not wrong. So this could definitely work. I think Gross, we're gonna have to free up maybe 1 bodyguard. Is that necessary? I think it might need to be. Oh, the ice cream man's driving by. I'm gonna get like copy striked for that or something. Watch. Well, I mean, it's not bad. It's not fantastic. It's 48 points over as well. Maybe I don't necessarily want to go lower than a 9-man as well. The tanks are regular, right? Yep. To be honest with you, I mean, this Stug's good. The Stug late model one's good. I mean, this one, I don't know. I mean, it's just a light howitzer. And that's literally it. Just a light howitzer. Not the best. but I love the Stug. So, we're going to take it. Alright. I think what we need to do is... You know what? We might only just run one Hanamag. Make the Volks Grenadier 12-man, and then go with another unit, cheaper on-foot unit, is what I'm thinking. Bump that. It'll be 1-2 for the loader. So like that. And we could make them veteran. It bumps up the points though, but I guess we'll keep them regular. We'll see what happens. And then we'll go one more infantry squad. But this one will be on foot. And maybe we'll just give them like rifles or something. Can we go 12-man? Will we have enough points or no? A little bit over. Um, 7 points. What could I do? That's inexperienced. This is regular, but I kind of want to leave it regular. You should go inexperienced with some SMGs. I hate giving inexperienced squads any sort of points upgrades in weapons because they're -1 to hit innately from being inexperienced, and then they always have pins almost every single time, so they're like -2 to hit. So, but I guess if you give them SMGs, you get them close. I mean, we could give these guys like SMGs. We could play them as SMGs. Right? Potentially. And that would free up 2 points per model times 12, so it'd be like 24 points. And then we could give these guys like an LMG or something. Because if they're going to be in a Hanamag, I mean, the assault rifles are nice. Because this additional 6 inches is actually really big in this game. Let's make this a, I think we could free up 1 point. This is a 10-man of just regulars with rifles. That leaves us with 13 points. I could probably actually give one of them an LMG. Oh, it's 15 points, isn't it? So maybe not. Maybe we'll just leave that. I wouldn't mind having one LMG in there, but that's okay. 13 points. What do we want to do with 13 points? I guess we could actually... Can we add one more Volks Grenadier here? We could. We'll just make it an 11-man. I mean, that's not bad. We're lacking 2 tanks according to the Tiki Terrors rules, but the problem is Heinrich Ross is so expensive. But it's Little Peacock. It's not. We're not playing tactically. That's the thing. Like normally, you want to use Heinrich Ross. You want to use. So we do need to use his ability. So I do need to think about that. We're going to use his Rift dice and his ability to use the Stugs or something, make the Stugs go again twice, you know, for instance. Or whatever, I don't know. We're just going to have some fun. We're just going to have some fun. So, we got a giant blob of Totencore we're going to slap down in the center. We got a 6-man of Nachtjäger, which we could just fly into someone's... Because, again, it's 1v1v1. So, it's going to be Rev playing the Japanese, me playing Little Peacock in the Axis, and our buddy Chris will be playing the Brits. So, it's always funny when you play a 1v1v1 when it comes to, like, well, who's attacking who, and then I'm like trying to form alliances. Like, look, I'm getting my ass kicked over here. We got to go take out one of Eric's squads. You like, leave me alone for a little bit, all right? You know, like that sort of stuff. So it'll be so funny whenever we play a 3-player game. There's like, you know, some like show mercy. But so we got a half-track sniper team, 2 Volksgrenadier teams. One is going to be jammed in the half-track with assault rifles and LMG. And, you know, I guess what we could do is we could take the LMG off of this unit, give it to this unit. We could get rid of one guy, give him an LMG. What does that leave us at? Can we give 2 assault rifles now? So this whole 12-man squad is just assault rifles? We can. $14.99. You guys can't see it, by the way. My bad. $14.99. Sweet. You can load your officer in the truck. I could load the officer in the truck, but so they would give a morale boost. And I think is I don't have guts other than Hunter Gross. So I'm not necessarily trying to. I think if anything, I'll use the platoon commander potentially for like scoring or something. Or really, this 21-point platoon commander with a point of rift mastery is really just there to guaranteed make the Totenkorps or the Nachtjäger surging. You know what I mean? So you can give out the rift mastery to the vampires. Yeah, that's all this platoon commander is for. Is just give surging to the Nachtjägers and guarantee that they're plus pen and attacks and they're like fearless or whatever they get. Which I think if we look, surging, they go up to deadly 3. They gain fearless, and their talons become plus 2 pen. So they, I mean, we're gonna have 6 of those guys, 3 attacks each. So 18 attacks at plus 2 pen, and I think they're gonna attack first. Yeah, we're gonna use Winged Fury, right? So that way resolve their attacks before any casualties are removed, before the defender makes their attacks. So you keep the surging die and you use their 1 active rift die as the Wind Fury ability die. That's pretty good. We got some good stuff. I think the Hanomag, these infantry squads, and the 2 tanks are kind of meh, but they're fun. There might be a better way of going about doing it, but I can't just see the line in terms of points and what I have available miniatures. So we're going to have transport. We're going to have 2 armor vehicles. We're going to have some rift units and stuff like that. So, okay. That's not too shabby. It's not too bad. Yeah. We could probably... I think you could take a... I'm not going to export it. It'll be on my thing, but... Okay. Cool. Very nice. That should be our list that we're going to play tomorrow. So we got Stug here. Stug there. 1 transport. We have our Fallschirmjägers that we'll use as the 1 infantry squad. We'll use our 3D printed German air infantry as the other... Volksgrenadier squad, I'm sorry, from the K-47 army list. And then here we have our, by the way, I really need to get an army case for, or get some sort of miniature storage case for my Konflikt stuff, but we have our Nachtjägers, little Peacock and all that, and all of our Totenkorps and all that. So, okay, cool. Very nice. Very nice. You know what, chat? I think we really have to start doing, because I've not started yet, we got to start building Rev's Totenkorps. So I think that's what we're going to sit down and do for the rest of the night. Is we have the Festoon Europa Totenkorps minis. And I've been so busy, I'm still so busy, fly tying and doing all this stuff, but we do need to start this. So, let me just move a couple of this stuff real quick. Let's put some of these vehicles away that we're not going to be using. Okay. These we're playing with tomorrow. Now, something we gotta do, and that is start putting together these totem core. I also got some extra. Rev dropped off another kit as well. We got some freebies from Warlord, so I'm gonna save those for some regular bolt action units. You got one of the Noxairs built, the walkers. Luckily, these are not that hard. These are like quite simple. It's a matter of doing all the just the mold lines and all that crap, right? Let me just make sure we have everything. Let's get a look real quick at what we're working with. We're gonna probably take a quick break. I'll go grab a drink, but we got the new Festoon Europa Knockjagers. So it's a Totem Core Horde. And, I mean, there's everything from Firefly arms to Axis Totem Core arms to, like, there's so many different sculpts and stuff. It looks like it's mostly Axis and US. So there's like Fireflies and stuff. So there's Axis uniforms and there's US uniforms. So we'll probably build like, I guess we'll try not to mix them too much, but it looks like you can kind of swap things around. But yeah, for instance, the Firefly ones have the backpacks. Wow, these look great, by the way. Look at that one dude. That's sick. So these look fantastic. So we need to build some. So I think that's probably what we're going to be doing. I totally forgot about this until we started talking. I'm like, dude, I haven't even started these. So we could probably ban some of these out tonight. We got the Axis we could probably start with. And then there's the US ones. Okay. The dude's holding his guts sticking out. That's awesome. All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm just gonna go run and grab a drink real quick, chat. And when I come back, we are going to start clipping these out, doing the mold lines, and we'll try and get at least a handful of these done. And I'll work on banging out the rest of them. So it looks like, though, with a sprue, how much do we get here? So with one sprue, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 12, 6. No, not 16. 4, 8, 12, 15, looks like. Okay. So there's 15 bodies. There is... I don't know if there's an excess of arms, but if there is, you might be able to get even more out of here. There's like a Schwer Truppen armor and stuff. So you probably could, but this dude's holding a head, which is sick. That's cool. Is he holding his own head? That would really be fun. I think he is holding his own head. That's sick. All right, chat. I'll be back in just a moment. All right. And what do you call it? We will start building these suckers up. So let me zoom out just a little bit. We'll get some tunes going, and I will be back in just a moment. I'm just going to go run and grab a drink real quick as we've been streaming for a little bit. Put this down, and let's go ahead. Get this, hopefully not too loud, and I'll just be back in a second, chat. Appreciate you folks for hanging out, by the way. What do you call it? Before the end of the night, if somebody reminds me, I'll show you guys a little sneak peek of the upcoming battle report, just so you guys can see, get an idea what it looks like. But we got the new Turnip battle report working on, so. But as a thank you for you folks chilling on a Saturday night. Okay, hopefully that's not too loud. And I'll be back in just a moment, chat. Appreciate it. I'm just going to run and grab a drink real quick, alright? Don't go nowhere. Alright, we're back. Thank you for being patient, chat. Yo, Frosty, what's up, brah? How's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. You get yourself a headset? You ready to start jamming? You talked to Joey about it? I want to get some guitaring in. Close this and we'll start building. Okay. So, what do we got? 26, 24, 22. I like to make little piles. And then I do all the scraping at once, and I do all the gluing. And we're like a little production line. Yeah. All right, cool. I'll hop in later. We'll maybe we'll play something or do some jamming or something. I just gotta find my numbers. Here we are, 26. And luckily, Warlord is absolutely fantastic. They put like everything right next to it, so it's Like, you don't have to go GW searching. Everything is literally right next to it. So 24 and 22, the corresponding arms are right next to it. Makes it so easy. Now we got to find the 9s. But yeah, so we got to start planning, Rev, for the we kind of already have somewhat an idea, but I'm thinking maybe we'll do the Totenrot versus the Firefly platoons, and we'll do a giant battle. Maybe the Brits will be there, who knows. But I want to do a big apocalypse style game for 1,000 subscribers, so we're gonna do something cool. Big old, just giant battle. Kind of non-stop. This dude doesn't have legs. Okay. Is he just a stump? He might just be a stump. Or is he dragging himself? Maybe he's dragging himself. I don't know. He's got barely anything to his body, though. Ah, my rings. 14, 13, 15. This guy's missing a shoe. Just kind of throw them all on their sheet. Yeah, so we got the new Turnip battle report I'm excited for. I would like to film some bolt action, too. We're definitely gonna... I gotta get some one-page rules. Honestly, we should be doing one-page rules tomorrow, but I'm not gonna pass up an opportunity for a 3-player conflict. That's gonna be a lot of fun. But we have been putting off one-page rules. That's something that I want to feature more on the channel because it's such a great game. With such a low barrier of entry. It's right up our alley. So, almost all of the Axis. And then we'll get the Americans cut out. You got the Regal out tonight? Feeding it some hooks soon? Very nice. Very nice. Well, you can always post in the Discord. We'll take a look. We got to make up a fly tying stream because yesterday our stream died on my fly tying channel. So we'll have to stream again here soon. So we'll post it in the Discord every time. We'll take a look on stream when we stream again on LI Flies Mike. But I love to hear it. 21-23. This is a Schwertruppen power armor dude. That arm's a little tricky. It might be easier just to actually do that. And he's just missing an arm altogether. Okay, so cool. And we got the other bodies here. This dude's bones are sticking out and exposed. I gotta say, for zombies, these are great sculpts. These are fantastic sculpts. 3647. Where did you go, you son of a... Oh, they moved these a little bit over. 47, 36. Okay, I see. They can't have everything right next to each other. It'll be freshwater stuff. Well, we got some great freshwater tires in the Discord. Don't worry. Just because I'm a saltwater guy doesn't mean half of my fly tying viewers are freshwater tires. They just all, you know, just like you, can appreciate some saltwater tying. 2844. We're 44. Yeah, with the hands, it's almost easier just to twist them off because you get a nice clean break as opposed to trimming it. You could actually trim it too far off and then have to cut more of it. 46, 48. This guy I'll cut. So these are all U.S. soldiers that were turned into Axis zombies. So this is like a regular American infantry officer from World War II. You got fireflies that are cut in half and stuff. 41.29. But I do tonight. I gotta get, and over the next couple days, we'll try and get this Turnip28 battle report done and uploaded a little bit earlier than the last one. It's like a little stub for 29. Did I take that out? Oh, 41 am I looking for? Yeah. This guy's chest is completely cut in half. This is such a cool mini. It looks, honestly, you could kit bash such a cool looking, like, The Thing, you know what I mean? Where it's like, they do the test and the dude's like, and like his body splits in half, tentacles start coming out. You could do something really cool with that Totem Core miniature if you wanted to kit bash it. It's almost too cool just to be a regular Totem Core. Dude's body cut all the way in half. It's actually sick. It's a sick mini. I don't know if you can see this right here. His body's cut completely in half. It looks so cool. Warlord does have great sculpts, man, I gotta say. And these are gonna paint, you could paint this entire army up in an afternoon if you really wanted to. They paint up so easy. It's like just the right amount of detail on these. This guy's holding a water bottle. He's got like permanent dry mouth. Like, oh, this is the guy holding his head. This is a great design. Some dude holding his own head. It's like this is like exactly what I did for Turnip. See, I don't know how this works. The zombie's head's cut off, but it's still alive. This is not traditional zombie technology. This is advanced zombie technology. Rift technology. These aren't normal zombie rules. You cut the head off, normally they die. This guy's holding his own head. Flipping the zombie script. 47.28. What? There's always a couple of them that gotta be tricky. Or did I use these already? You could do 31, 36. Because I do not see... We might have used those for something else. 28.47. I do not see those. Yeah, we used those already. So we'll go with these. 31.36. Where's 36? Did we use that one too? What do we need here? This. Okay. Then we need Firefly head for this guy, huh? With the mask, gas mask, yeah. Okay. We can do the heads after. Let's go ahead and scrape some lines. Then we can glue these up. So mold lines are very, very, very minimal. In fact, I guarantee you there's so many people that don't even scrape the mold lines on these because, I'm going to be honest with you, unless you really go looking, it's like almost impossible to see. So I'm just, if it's anything super visible, I'll clean it up. But these are some of the least visible mold lines like you'll ever see on a plastic miniature in your life. I don't know how they've gotten these so good, but we'll just clean up the connection points. It's on like super flat surfaces, you'll see it. Inside of the legs at times, but that's fine. Yeah, even the arms, like I can't even actually see the mold line, so I'm just gonna clean something up if it's super visible and just clean up the connection points. Otherwise I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Mostly if you do see any, it's on like really flat surfaces. But again, I just don't know. Like compared to like how are they getting these mold lines so good? Must be in the quality of the machinery or something with the injection molding. These are very high quality. These are also their newest sculpts. I think one of the newest sculpts. So I think they're like the newer plastic stuff is like super on point. By the way, this blade is extremely dull, so don't worry about me cutting myself. I don't think I could if I even wanted to. Let's clean that up. So I'll just go around, scrape these up real quick. Do any connection points, and then we'll glue them up. So there's 2 more sprues, so in total, what is it? 15, 30, 45. Oh my god, is it 45 totem core? Is that really what it is? It is 45 totem core, isn't it? Oh my god, that's actually like a significant amount of totem core. I mean, I guess if you want to do a totem rot platoon. I know Mordian just did a video on how to deal with the totem core. I'm gonna have to watch that for when Rev is unleashing this monstrosity against me. The cool thing is I could borrow these whenever I want too, so we can, little Peacock can use the Totem Rot. But I mean, now we got this new hero dude. And you're gonna be making Totem Core with walkers and stuff like that. And the options are endless. One of these days when we actually get some time, not this time of year. I'm so busy with roosterfish fly tying at the moment. But when I do get some time, I gotta work on the Turkish resistance. But that's gonna be a whole freaking project, dude. Coming up with a custom faction. So. But that, you know, one day we'll have that in the works. It's in the background sort of thing. And we'll have them be like allies or something, because apparently they fell under Axis control or something. So the Turkish resistance fights for the allies. Oh, perfect. I love dropping a very tiny plastic piece on the ground. Alright, where'd that go? Good luck, huh? Alright, well, I'm gonna have to find it, but it's somewhere down there, and I can't see. I have to move the light. The main thing is, I just don't want to run it over. But it looks like it's not anywhere near my feet, so it probably went flying back somewhere. I gotta find that, though. You can always use something else, whatever, but still. Let's try not to do that again. Alright, those are so small, I'm not going to worry about those. Luckily, I don't have like a rug or something, but the problem is with the hard floors, the plastic bits just go flying. But it always ends up in the same spot. I have like the wires and everything, and like my power cable thing or whatever down there. I guarantee you Somewhere right around there. The main thing is you don't want to run over the bits or the mini with your chair, because you'll like freaking crush it. I've done that before. I've crushed some bits and arms and stuff. Okay, that's right. We'll find his arm. Yeah, see, these guys with the jackets, they have a little bit of mold lines on the side, but we can clean that up pretty easily. So I got to make sure I have all the batteries charged. I got to clear out the SD card. Get ready for tomorrow's game. I got to clean the place up. Make sure to vacuum, of course, because I fly tie, so like every 2 days I have to vacuum. It's just fly tying material, it gets everywhere. I do want to make sure the connection points are all good on these. Looks like it is. Let's clean these up. This is my least favorite part. I like painting. And, you know, even putting them together is fun, but it's the scraping of the mold lines and the cutting them out. This is definitely my least favorite part. I think Rev doesn't mind it as much or whatever, but... Do you folks enjoy the miniature scraping part? This is probably my least favorite. It's very, like, you know... It's very, just like time consuming, you know, but it's a worth it. It's very much so worth it to do because the miniature looks so much better afterwards, but the least rewarding aspect, I guess, for me. But it must be done. Yeah, so what you could do with that vise, you need to make sure it's sitting in the jaw groove, because if it's not, you can actually break the hook. The hook will shatter. Like, it's crazy. The jaws are so strong. So what you could do is you get that hook sitting in the grooves of the jaw, and I guarantee you will bend the hook before you have the hook move in the vise. That is like, it's like using a bench vise or something for like a brake caliper that you're gonna drill out. Like, that thing is so freaking strong, the Regal Revolution fly tying vise. That's why they call it the Bulldog Bite, because the thing just does not let go. Does not let go. Hey, Boot Mountain, what's going on, dude? If you could do a video giving a rundown on how to build an army list for Turnip28 or general info on the cults. Hey, yeah, dude, of course. That would be very easy. We're actually filming, I'm editing the next battle report, and I'm trying to edit the turnip stuff in a way that is great for newer players like me, and probably a ton of you folks if you haven't played the game before. So I'm trying to make sure I edit them in a way as well that explains as much as possible, because it is a very easy game, so it's easy to explain everything. So, but that sounds like a great idea. So the creator as well, Max, who's the Max Fitzgerald, is the creator of Turnip28. They shared our battle report on the Discord, on their official Discord, so that was cool. But yeah, we plan on making a bunch of different turnip content, so that sounds like a good idea. I think there might be somebody that has done stuff like that, but that's like a Mordian video. You know what I mean? Which, Mordian's got that covered for K47. But I don't know if anyone's doing that for like Turnip and stuff, you know? Or like one-page rules. Talking about different factions or different armies, so that could be cool. But that's a good introduction, like a basic video on how to do stuff. Or so let me write that down. First off, thank you. Great video recommendation. Second off, how are you doing? Third off, let's get a round of applause in the chat for the super chat. Thank you, my friend. Whoa, that was premature. Gotta let that one ring out. Let me write that down. We'll do Turnip28 army building video. or explanation. How to form units and lists. Yes, great recommendation, and that also wouldn't be that hard for me to do. Gotta make it an in-world video. We'll have the Artigard. Get him! Yeah! Why can't I have 8 stump guns? No, that's against the rules. You're not allowed to do that. Bullshit. I guess you could technically have all stump guns. Right? Theoretically? I don't think it says you can only take one, right? I don't know about... Well, we would have to... We could do it themed in some way, but I don't know if I'm going to roleplay the entire thing, but we'll see. That's a great idea, though. Thank you for the video recommendation. I am looking to do some other different types of videos every once in a while, not just battle reports, and that's a great sort of recommendation. When I get some time, I will get on it, my friend. There's so much bat reps, but there's not a lot of info about it. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if there's anyone that's made videos like that for Turnip. So I'm totally down. Do like a little 10-minute video on explaining the cults, or explaining like the units and how to put together a list, and then like give some examples on lists you could do. Not even much so as like a meta thing, but just like how to do it, you know. That I'm telling you right now, Turnip28 is even more casual than like Bolt Action or Konflikt, you know what I mean? Compared to like 40k, whatever. You can really kind of... It's really a game they want you to have fun with, but it does... We've found out it's a different sort of game, right? Like 40k, Konflikt, like even like some of the one-page rules stuff. They're like very similar in certain aspects, like shooting games and stuff, or like fantasy, whatever it is, or the historical wargaming. But when it comes to the regiment style and like with the charging and the fleeing and the retreating and all this stuff, like it's definitely a different type of game than we've ever played. And even though it's very simple, the whole rules are on 2 pages. They have a condensed version. The game has like quite a lot of depth, and we were sitting there and we were like, dude, okay, like what the hell do we do now? Like I'm not gonna spoil anything, but it definitely, like, we both had to like really think about what we were doing and like when we were gonna activate, and so it was a lot of fun. It has like, it's very simple rule wise, but it has very good depth gameplay wise, so that's like a hallmark of like, okay, this is a game we could play for a while, we'll have fun with. So we've just scratched the surface of Turnip28. I'm excited to go more in depth with it and build a bunch of armies for fun and try out different factions. So they also have the new expansion, the Shattered Lance. They're going to be redoing some of the core rules again in the near future, balance updates. So it's a cool game, I like it. It's right up our alley. It's going to fit well with Konflikt and Bolt Action and one-page rules and stuff, and maybe some other games we might try out in the future. I'm trying to make sure the battle reports, though, I'm explaining everything as much as I can. So that way, even if you've never watched Turnip28, you can understand what's going on in the game. So luckily the game's very simple, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Did I hit these? I didn't hit this one. So I'll just work on these Totem Core over the next week or two, you know what I mean? I'm not going to rush it. And Rev's still working on a ton of stuff. And I got to make some more Fireflies and stuff at some point, because I am going to run a Firefly platoon, or he is, or somebody is. So I wouldn't mind... we have some 3D printed bits and a bunch of leftover Firefly parts. We're going to try and make a bunch more Fireflies for the for everyone to use on the channel. Because at this point, Rev has a US list. He could borrow stuff from me. You know, I could play Axis, borrow stuff from him, vice versa. We have so many different armies and lists and units. And there's even more stuff we can get, but in the future, Yeah, I would like to do some bolt action, though, for sure. It's tough, man. I want to, like, do this. I want to do that. I want to do one-page rules, and then we're like, oh, man, let's do... Oh, new Konflikt unit out. Let's play Konflikt. Like, we got new minis. Let's put these together. It's like... not enough time. I'm going to have to do some recording solo and, like, play some one-page rules or something, and bang out some battle reports and get a backlog or something. One of these days. I'm sure I can get, we're having our friend Chris come tomorrow. He'll come play some one-page rules, but we had the idea to do a 3-player Konflikt, so I couldn't pass it up. Yeah, don't let me forget, Boot Mountain. Before the end of the stream, I want to show you guys a little sneak peek of the new Turnip28 battle report. We'll open DaVinci Resolve and I'll let you guys take a look. So Rev is making a new Toph, which the Toph is your like leader of your whole army. He's making a new leader every single time, and he was like, so what you should do is you should smash my old leader on camera and put it in the video, because if you guys ever saw the episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they play this like drinking game and they have like little dolls and G.I. Joe guys and they smash Charlie and Max like toys, like part of it is you have to smash the other team's like most prized possessions or something. So they're like, smash, smash. So he was like, yeah, we have to. He's like, every time I lose in Turnip28, I get rid of my old Toph and I have to print a new one and paint it. So he's got a brand new. He was trying to give me his old Toph to smash it. I'm like, I'm not freaking doing that, dude. They're beautifully painted little gnomes. I'm like, we're keeping those for our D&D games. Get the hell out of here. But I just thought it was so funny. So we'll see how many times I can get him to print a new Toph for the Yardigards. Hopefully infinitely. I just thought it was so funny. I thought it was so funny. He was like, all right, you got to smash it in the video. I'm like, what? Like, it came out of nowhere. You're going to smash it, right? I'm like, what are you talking about? Am I going to smash it? Yeah, you won, so you get to smash my Toph. It's like, you know, they have the you can play, like, miniatures with Play-Doh, or you can play 40K with Play-Doh, and then you could just smash the miniature. I think it's D&D, right? It's the D&D figures they have with the Play-Doh thing. They probably actually don't have 40K because they can't, like, do it, but there's probably some knockoff ones or something with little gene stealers. I think you can also, like, make little minis out of, like, food and eat them, or, like, chocolates I've seen someone do or something. But I like the Play-Doh idea where you can just smash them. You just put it in a mold, make your army that day out of Play-Doh, and then you play and you smash them as they go. That could actually be a fun video. Do a game with, like, do that. It's kind of a novelty thing for sure, but I guess if you have kids, it'd probably be way better. You can get them into wargaming super early. Just have them smash the whole army. Alright, let's get these guys based up. Or get them glued. I'm kind of growing fond of these flat bases, to be honest with you. I was always a fan of the 40K style, you know, the domes, because they do sit a little better when it comes to, you know, uneven terrain and ground for the boards. But, which is ironic, because in 40K, you're just playing with cardboard L shapes and stuff, but, I kind of like the flat bases. I don't know, I like these Warlord bases are nice. They're, like, clean, simple, and they sit pretty good, surprisingly. You see us, we just literally throw rocks all over the table every time we film a battle report. And they still sit pretty level for the most part, so... is this 15? I don't know. I didn't even count. Let's see. 3, and then how many are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 13, and this would be 15. That's 5 each. I probably could have literally just counted the other. It's the same amount. I don't know why I'm counting it that way, but yeah, it's fun, you know. The one thing I don't like is having to clean the edges of all these bases with the razor blade, but you know, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, great idea. What would be some other Turnip28 content you would like to see, Boot Mountain or anyone else? Would you like to see overviews of the cults? Maybe a video going over the cults is probably one we could do as well. Maybe a video on how to like find... Well, no, I don't know if we need to do that, but... discussing, like, because Turnip28, you kind of need to go to their Patreon, but it's all free. I don't know if that's really worthy of a video. It's probably just worth a mention. Maybe a thing going over the missions? Yeah, they're very simple, though. It's not really much of the game. I guess a video going over the cults and a video going over making your lists and going over the units. I think probably going over the units should go in the video with making the list is what I think. Yeah, this is like... scraping is my least favorite thing, I will say. Definitely on the cults. Kind of ties in, yeah. Oh, yeah, well, maybe it should all just be one video then, huh? Because the cults... playing with the cults, you do have then different unit formations and stuff. Well, we'll see. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it's a little bit more digestible for me, and probably for the audience if it's, like, split up. But I also don't want to, like, unnecessarily just make too many videos for it when I could just condense it, so I'll see. I'll try and see which way I want to format it, but we'll cover how to make your army list, cover the different cults, and cover the different units. I mean, the, like, shooting, engagement, the melee, all that stuff's pretty self-explanatory with how they've written it out in the rules, so I don't think we really need to cover it, but for the most part, at least. Oh, this part's annoying. It's almost easier just to use, like, a file, because I don't want to cut it too deep. But I'm not going to sit here and scrape each one individually. What you need to know before building a turnip army? Yeah, there you go. That's a good title, too. Yeah, because that kind of covers everything, right? It covers, like, the units, covers how to put the list together, and it covers the detachments, possibly, or... Or then we could do a detachment video after, right? Because we could briefly mention it and say, check out the other one or whatever. Go over the Leech Lovers, Todd's Folly. I haven't gotten to play Todd's Folly. That'll be the next one. I want to play Todd's Folly. I do need to make another unit for the Mycelium Marauders. But, oh, I think I did. I think I'll just use a lump. I'll use my big mushroom lump. I have my mushroom lump. Easy. What do you call it? And then I'll have a lump commander, you know what I mean? Or a lump toady. Or whatever. Something like that. But I want to play Todd's Folly. Where Todd... The whole army is every time you win the engagement, you lose. And every time you lose, you win. So the whole idea is if you win a melee or shooting engagement, the other unit needs to flee. Because they're fighting and things are going bad, so they run away. So the whole idea is like, I guess you want to make the worst army possible to a certain degree, but the cool thing is you can choose to not have the Todd's Folly thing happen whenever you activate a unit. So you do want good units. But I think I guess the whole idea is if you think you're going to lose, you're going to use the Todd's Folly ability. If you think you're going to win the engagement, you choose not to. So it seems like a really fun army. And I'm excited to try it out. I guess it's really like if you think you're going to lose the shooting or melee engagement, that's when you activate it. Because it's kind of passive at all times. You have to choose not to have it happen. I think you can just choose. I don't think you have to do a test either or something, so. But I'm excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, we almost got all this crap. I also still need to find that arm on the ground, but I'll worry about that later. Couldn't have gone far. 2 hours. Alright, let's glue a couple of these up. I need to get some, I got a lot of stuff to do. But I'm happy we're getting progress done. Let's start off with this Firefly. Oh, I got one left. We'll use this one. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that shouldn't be too hard, because I can just use graphics and visuals, right? From the turnip stuff, and show off, like, our army lists. So, I'm working on the Turnip28 battle report now, but maybe, that might be the next video, which will be an in-between video. Between this and the 3-player conflict or something. I don't know, we'll see. We'll figure it out. I'm not gonna lie, too. I do want to do a video on the Japanese. And just, like, and also kind of get a feel for what everyone thinks as well, you know? I wouldn't mind hearing what people think about them and stuff, and why everyone's so down on them, and what are some potential changes or things, or what are things people would like to see with the Japanese. Because I know a pro like Tiki or Rev, you know, they'll do all right. But I hate seeing the Japanese players down or bummed out about their own army. That's the worst part. You know what I mean? Like, you never want to see somebody bummed out. So I wouldn't mind. We'll see. Maybe we might do a video on that. So maybe we could do like a week where we do 2 discussion videos or something, you know, because it's kind of hard for me to do a battle report and like another video in 1 week, because I'm also doing my LI Flies Mike videos and streams and my fly tying, so I'm just so busy. So we got a Firefly with a freaking knife. And Bone Hand. Classic Bone Hand. To kind of see what looks good for a zombie with his arms like, ooh. He's all like rigor mortis. One Firefly down. I'm shocked at the quality on this. Tying years of tying on junk. I'm waiting for more primer to come in to get some models ready. Dude, I'm telling you. What'd you get? Did you get a Revolution? This is what he's talking about, by the way. Chat is what we use to make to tie our flies. I'm telling you, dude. I've tied so many flies with the Revolution heads. It's a fantastic vise. You're talking to somebody who does it for a living, so that's why I recommend it to you guys. It's so good, so comfortable, it works good, built like a freaking rock. Fantastic. So I gotta put the American ones on the right. We'll do Axis on the left. This guy should glue a little bit more central. He's got his toes sticking out of his boot. That's sick. I gotta say, the attention to detail on these guys are fantastic. Like, he's got his big toe sticking out of his worn boot. It's a great idea. For an old zombie shoe, you know what I mean? You got the medallion? Okay, well, they're very similar. I think the heads are really the same. It's just you're using the same head I'm tying on. It's more so it's the base and the Revolution system with the ball bearings or whatever. So you're still using the same jaws as me. You know what I mean? But the medallion's fantastic. Great vise as well. It's just one has more features and more money is all. So I recommend the medallion to a lot of times to people because it's cheaper and it's still just it's like 200 and something bucks for just like a made in America fantastic vise. It's kind of hard to beat that. Made in Massachusetts, or at least the heads and all the copper, I mean the bronze and everything's poured. They do a lot of bronze pouring. Oh, so you got for 300 at the local fly shop, 100 off internet price. I think you got a Revolution, did you not? Because the medallions, well, I guess it depends on what head you got. It really depends on what head you got and what base you got. Because if you go to J Stockard, they have the... this is with a C-clamp. So if you want a pedestal base, like the nice bronze base, it goes up like 100 points. I mean, $100 for sure. And at a local fly shop, it would probably be a little bit even more because it's like they have an actual place that they got to pay for. So I use the pocket pedestal, I think it's called. If I'm not wrong. Or it could be the traditional, I forget. But so yeah, it's about right. It's about right. 300's not bad. The 200's with the C-clamp, which is not bad. But you kind of want the base. Yeah, this is the traditional. I have the pocket one. They make a very large base, which I might upgrade to in the future. Because they make like a really, really, really big base. That's super heavy. I kind of want to upgrade to that at some point. Yeah, so the price is about right. I forgot, the Revolution's like 4 something, I think. Let me see. Regal Revolution. Yeah, it's about 430 around this, because this is with a C-clamp. Oh, this is C-clamp. So what's the pocket pedestal version? Yeah, so it's around 500. So about 200 more, 550. Yep. Okay. That's about right. It's also been a while too, so things are getting more expensive. Everything's getting more expensive. But that vise will literally last you forever, so I think you're going to be set. One thing I will recommend is I sweat a lot. My guitar strings constantly, I have to change them and I have to clean the frets, this and that. I live right by the ocean, but like my vise actually rusts a little because I have such acidic sweat in general. So I was talking to Don because he noticed, and I was like, yeah, dude, I'm getting like some like corrosion and rusting because I'm like working for 10 hours on this thing in the summertime, you know, I'm sweating while tying. So he said, take a little gun lubricating oil, and you can just take a cloth and just wipe the head down and wipe the metal, wipe the bronze, wipe the handle and everything, and that'll just keep it, because it's, you know, it's like it's a metal with a finish, so it's almost like a gunmetal or something almost, where you can just apply something and do that every once in a while just to keep it nice and you know, that slight layer of like that gun cleaning lubricant every once in a while keep some of that rust off or clean it off. Yeah, this is not something pretty much anyone does, but this is if you're like me, you live right by the bay, so the humidity is constantly high, there's salt water in the air, and then you also, your perspiration is highly acidic. Like, I'm telling you, if you looked at my guitar strings, dude, I have to constantly change guitar strings, I have to clean my frets, I have to change out hardware in the bridge. We literally have to change out my Fender Strat bridge because it's completely rusted over. After, if that was the main guitar I was playing live on Twitch, I was just playing for 3 hours, sweating my ass off playing that thing. And you know what? For a long time, I was like, man, this sucks. Like, nobody else has to deal with this. I watched a video on Rig Rundown. Angus Young, AC/DC. They have to change his bridge pickups every year and change his hardware and everything on the bridge because he sweats so much while playing. And his sweat is acidic too, I guess, or something. It just completely rusts out the magnets on the pickups and completely rusts over the bridge and everything. So all of his like vintage Gibson SGs, they've had to replace the pickups and everything on because he sweats so much on stage. So that made me feel better. But you should see my our Fender Strat. We have to swap the bridge out, dude. It's like we can't even intonate it because it sweats so much. And if you just let it go for too long, it'll just start rusting so bad to the point to where you could try and do some, like, unless you had like a sonic cleaning machine, you know, or something like that, some sort of chemical bath, or like they use the where they hook up the electricity and use, like, you know, some sort of liquid or something, you know what I mean? I forgot the name of that, but electrolysis. That's what it is. You can do electrolysis on your, like, metal to stop the rust, or to get rid of the rusting. They do that with guitar parts, specifically. So, yeah, this has got to be like this, right? Yeah. There's his arm. The other arm fell over. We need to find that one. That's okay. Yeah, so it's the same thing with my Regal. I have to constantly kind of keep it clean when I, what do you call it, when I'm tying a lot. But that's anything. That's not just the Regal. It's my guitars. That's anything. Which side is this? This is the right side. They all have their arms like cut off and their heads are dangling like Totem Core. I tell you what, I'm gonna eat some food after this, and then might talk to Frosty for a little bit, chill out. But I gotta get some. Thing is, I've been slacking. I gotta do a fly tying video, so tomorrow we're recording, but I mean, God, I should probably record a fly tying video tonight. Or tomorrow or something at the very latest. because we're just about to start striped bass fishing here on Long Island. It's April, the weather's warming up, so I'm going to start going out, going fishing and all that. And, what do you call it? I got to make some videos on getting ready for the spring run with fly boxes and stuff like that. Log out here. Close that. Okay. Let's finish gluing some of these up. But I was like, dude, I was like tempted. I was like, should I go fishing today? It was looking really nice, but it was so windy. But I'm probably going to go fishing here in the next couple of days. If you guys don't know, I live on Long Island. I'm completely surrounded by salt water. We're on a big island. So we have fantastic fishing here in New York for striped bass and bluefish. And that's primarily what I cover on my main channel, LI Flies Mike. I say main channel, but I wouldn't be surprised in about a year or so that Mike Rolls Dice has more subscribers. I think I just got to 4,600 subscribers on LI Flies Mike, but you never know, dude. I appreciate it. Folks have been very supportive here on this channel, so I'm getting a ton of new viewers and stuff, so it's cool. It's cool to see. We're going to definitely film some different games, though. We don't want to just play Conflict and stuff, you know? You didn't mean to derail it? Ah, that's alright. We're just hanging out anyway. I think everyone's just lurking and chilling. It's kind of a chill night, you know what I mean? So, we did some Conflict chatting and all that and whatnot, but I think everyone's either probably painting or doing their own stuff, too, so. Alright. We can glue up a couple more. Glue up a couple more here. I didn't want to stream too late tonight, but I did want to hop on, chat. We hit 1,000 subscribers too. I was super stoked about that. These are Schwertruppen body armor dudes. So probably what I'll do is I'm not even going to start painting, or I'm not even going to prime these. I think, I forgot if Rev wanted to paint them, or he was going to have me paint them. I completely forgot. Or we were going to speed paint them or something. But I have to get all of them built before I even think about painting them, because that's how I roll, so. I pretty much, if I can do it in batches, like a batch painting, where I can get them all built, you know, do them all at once so they're nice and consistent and they all look good, then that's the way I like going about it, so. Oh, wait. Here is one of the arms. Is this the arm that we dropped? No. It's probably this guy's arm right there. That's what it is. Okay. I still gotta find that arm on the ground, so hopefully it did not go far. We could always just green stuff it like he didn't have one, but rather give him the arm. Dude, this guy's ankle's completely twisted in half. This is gnarly. These are like Resident Evil zombies or something. They're like all screwed up. They really knocked it out of the park with these sculpts, I gotta say. They look so good. They look so good. Alright, I mixed up one of the Germans, though. Was that this guy? Oh, it was the other Schwertruppen guy. Where's that body at? Oh, here we go. So how many are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, okay. So these are all Americans. Keep those separated. American zombies. German zombies. Or Axis. Otherwise, I guarantee you I'd glue an American head on a German body by accident. Even though they're fireflies, yada yada yada, I'd be like just not even paying attention. I'd be like, whoop. Whoopsie daisy. Someone in the comments, why is he wearing a helmet? The wrong helmet. I gotta say, I'm impressed, dude. There are people like chat and YouTube comments and stuff like that. You guys know everything. I don't know how you remember all this stuff, but I'm happy there are folks that know all this stuff, because there are times where we make mistakes and screw stuff up, and if it wasn't for some of you folks leaving comments on videos, I probably still would be making that mistake in our videos, so. Even though I kid around, I do appreciate it. But I guarantee you there's somebody that's probably like, that's the wrong German helmet from 1947. Oh, you got me. You got me. Alright, let's put those. Very stern pointing finger. I would like to see more guns. I guess they dropped the guns, but I feel like there should be some zombies walking around with guns. Maybe they didn't want them, though, to be confused with actual infantry units. It's like a game. It's a more like ease of use sort of thing. I will say, though, I wouldn't mind actually seeing some guns on these guys. Maybe at least on a, what do you call it? On a, God, why am I forgetting the name? There's a name for something for a firearm. You put the strap. Isn't there a specific name for it? Is it the lanyard, or? I feel like there's an actual, like, military term for that. Isn't there? What the hell? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Anyways. Could be a gun, like a Sturmgewehr 44 dangling down from the strap off one of these guys' shoulders or something, I think. Good opportunity for a kit bash, I guess. What the hell do we do with this guy? Oh, this guy's laying on the ground on his back. Okay. We can't make him crawling on his legs, on his stumps. Like, I mean, he has no arms, no legs, nothing. So I guess he does just lay on his back. Huh? Like that. Yeah, they just want him laying there, I guess. Okay. Sorry, bud. He got, like, Tesla cannoned right in his stomach. Not looking good for that guy. But he still got his head, so that's pretty good for him, I guess. Okay, this is one of the ones, they always got to include one sculpt where the, like, feet are right next to each other, and it's, I don't care what manufacturer or designer. It's always, those ones are the hard ones to get to sit right, but I like a nice stance, nice wide stance, easy to glue. These are like mid-walking dudes. They're a little bit trickier to get to sit right. Alright, chat, well, we almost got 15 totem core done, glued up, ready. We just need to do some heads. Which, I might just do all the heads at once after I do all the bodies. I'll just fan out all the bodies and just cut all the heads and just randomly glue them as what I think looks cool. Yeah, that's what I mean. There's like, the one problem with these, where the feet are so close, there's just not a lot of contact point. Glue down to the base, but that's okay, we got it. Didn't help that literally every time I buy a bottle of Tamiya extra thin, I always end up freaking dropping it at some point and like lose half the glue. And the bottle still has a ton of glue, but it's like half empty, so I'm like just reaching the point to where the brush tip doesn't get any glue on it. I swear, I've dropped... Every time I buy a bottle of Tamiya, I drop it on the ground at some point. Don't ask me how. It's always outside. I'm, like, outside building minis. Something happens. Like, tips over. I spill glue all over my pants. I've done it, like, 4 times now. I can't be trusted with the brand new bottle of Tamiya. You gotta hide it. I'm, like, cursed. Stuff does work great, though. Yeah, dude, I hate the little ballerina stance this guy's doing. It makes it hard to glue him down. Makes it a little tricky. Could use super glue, but I kind of like using the plastic glue. It does give you the option to like be able to break these off and like rebase them and not have like extreme super glue damage. Because super glue, when you glue that crap on there, it ain't going anywhere. These guys, if you want, you can always rebase, do stuff in the future. Because these are nice, expensive. You know, well, when I say expensive, these we didn't 3D print these. These are like nice minis we bought, you know, or Rev bought. So I like having the option. I don't like super gluing the ever-living hell out of them like I'll do with my 3D printed stuff. That's just me personally. Because if you wanted to, you could easily just pop that off. You know what I mean? It'll be good to go. Now look at this. I got my UV light. Where the hell did that piece go? This actually works pretty good because you can kind of see the plastic a little bit easier with the UV. I'm gonna need to find this thing off. Where did it go is the question. Damn it. Well, it had to gone somewhere. I'm gonna have to go down there with a real lamp and look. I guess I could always just probably glue another arm. Should we just glue another arm? It doesn't really freaking matter, does it? I don't even remember which one was it. Was the guy split in half? Yeah, it was the guy split in half. Do we have another arm that's suitable? Yes, we do. We'll just use a different arm. Oh my god, this guy's body is completely cut in half. It's so gnarly. Buy Tamiya airbrush cleaner. Very nearly the same chemically, but you get more for less. Really? I've used various airbrush cleaners. I know what you're talking about. They're like... It doesn't smell like glue, though. It smells more like a solvent or something. Or like an acetone, you know, some sort of cleaner. You know what I mean? We were saying use the Tamiya airbrush cleaner. I'm guessing it still has like the same similar reaction to the plastic, right? That causes it to melt. Alright, I'll have to try it sometime. There you go. That's Boot Mountain's tip right there. Pro tip, pro tip. Okay. There we go, chat. We have 15... Right? Or am I wrong? No. Yeah, 15. 7 and 8. 15 totem core done. Very nice. I have another 30 to do. Use the same. You refill the bottles with it. Oh, okay, well, there you go. The Tamiya airbrush cleaner if you're looking for a cheaper alternative. Okay, I'll have to pick myself up, son. So you can just get the big bottle and then refill your Tamiya bottles with the brush. Interesting. Interesting. Let's get a quick look close-up of these guys. We got some of the Axis models. We have the, like, Shock Trooper. Or, like, Schwer Troopers. I think they're Shock Troopers, right? This one might be a Schwer Trooper, I think. Or they're just Shock Troopers. They look sick, though. They got the guy on the ground. Well, he didn't glue very well, I guess. You know what? I'm not even going to... Well, I do need to prime it eventually. I can always pop it off, paint it, stick it back on. But that's fine. Get on there. All right. Then we got the Americans. Or as the Soviets would say, Amerikansky, or something like that, I think. We got some officers, some regular troops. Cool looking minis. These two are my favorite, though, I gotta say. We have the Firefly with the backpack, which is sick. But this guy's my favorite, I think, out of all of them. He's literally cut in half. Check that out. Doesn't this just reminds me of like a Silent Hill or like a Resident Evil like zombie or like character, right? You could have a bunch of tentacles coming out of the head of this thing. You could do something really cool with this mini. This is just a really cool sculpt. I really love this sculpt. You could do like such a cool D&D thing where some dude gets cut in half. Like the Thing, you know, and then he's like turns into like a monster. You could have like the transforming minis for each round or something. You could do something cool with that. All right, well, chat. Just a nice, simple Saturday night. Little Totem Core building and army building. So we got our army list put together for tomorrow, which we're playing Knockjäger's Totem Core and a whole bunch of regular infantry with Little Peacock. And he's going to be going up against 1,500 points of Brits and 1,500 points of IGA. It's more so we're just going to be having fun. And we'll just see how the infantry work out against those two lists. So we're filming that game tomorrow. And then I'm still editing the Turnip28 stuff. I guess real quick before we go, I'll give you guys one little sneak peek of Turnip28. Our next battle report we got coming out. Give me one sec here. And, yeah, we're going to have, so let's see, we'll have Turnip28 next week. Then we'll probably have the 3-player conflict game. And at some point, I'll try and work on this Turnip28. We got how to, everything you need to know before putting together a list or making an army. And then we'll do the cult video possibly as well. I don't know if that'll be in too close in the near future, but I'll try and work on it at some point. And cult video. Okay. Got those written down. Let's take a look real quick. So just to show you guys how much. It's probably about like an hour's worth of footage or so, but I'll just give you a quick little look at Revs. Which, here we go. Introducing the Yardigard, not the Yardigans, by the way. But looking fantastic as usual. This time with the addition of a stump gun. How cool is that? And I'm premiering the Carrotanians. The Carrot Kingdom. We have our Carrot Shrine. We're playing the Procession of Woe, it's called. And what do you call it? This army looks sick too. We got our fodder here with their black powder. We got our brutes, which we just painted up on stream last week, I think it was. We got bastards. Where are they? Up here, I think. There we go. We got some bastards as well. So it's just a lot of fun. I really have been having fun with Turnip, and I'm excited for some more. And that's what we're working with. It's a very simple game. The actual only pieces of terrain on the board is dangerous terrain, dangerous terrain, dangerous terrain, dangerous terrain, dangerous terrain. This specific mission, we had 4 pieces of dangerous terrain, and Rev brought his own for his cult. Excuse me. I do not have a foot pedal, otherwise I would have muted myself for the first sneeze. That being said, look at it. We get to... Woo! God. Gesundheit. We added a whole... We always add a whole bunch of extra stuff. So all of this is all decoration. All these jungle pieces and whatnot. But anyways, little sneak peek. That'll be coming out Wednesday. It was a fun game. Our first game with not only cults, but we also added an additional toady. So there's now 4 leaders, including the Toph. So it's just another unit. So I guess traditionally you play with your Toph, 2 toadies. And Rev was like, the army's a little small. He's like, why don't we get 1 more toady and 1 more follower unit? Because for every toady you add 1 more follower unit that toady leads. And so it's a good size. It's a good size where there's enough miniatures covering the board, but it's like not too much, you know? So. Alright, I'm all stuffed up. You could tell it's definitely allergies. Like, it's allergy season. The pollen's starting to fall and stuff. We're getting to be to that point because I'm starting to get, like, stuffed up and sneeze all the time. But, alright, chat. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. I hope you folks have an awesome night. Thanks for stopping by and spending some time. Yo, Cosmic, what's up, dude? I'm here ready to enjoy myself after losing a 40k RRT and now ready to motivate myself painting 6 zombies for K47. Well, right as I was about to wrap up the stream, I tell you what we could do. We could take a look at the Discord and see what you guys have been... I think we saw some miniature stuff on there. We actually... We put together a list... for tomorrow, we're filming a game with... so we're doing a 3-player game tomorrow, Cosmic. We're filming. Me, Rev, and then our buddy. So I'm doing Axis. So we put together a list where we got just very basic list or something like that. And then we talked about some stuff, went over some stuff, but we built some Totem Core. So we're starting to put together Rev's Totem Core. He has... the Festoon Europa kit, so he dropped off the Totem Core, so we put together 15 Totem Core, which you do need to paint your zombies, because, yes, you need 66 Totem Core, of course. Why wouldn't you? Absolutely love it. You enjoyed the last game? Oh, well, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. What do you call it? The next battle report's Turnip28. But the one after that, we're going to have a 3-player game, so we're excited. But we just hit 1,000 subs, so we told you guys when we get to 1,000 subs, we're going to do a massive apocalypse-style game. Like for, 40k, how, like, Play on Tabletop's done those huge battle reports for 40k. So, I would like to do, like, maybe 3,000 point versus 3,000 point, or, like, 2,500 versus 2,500 point. So we're starting to plan it. We have some terrain printed. We got to paint it, put it together. But we're going to do some massive battle report here at some point where it's like, there's the tables are just covered in minis, essentially. It's kind of like the idea. So we're working on that, though. So that should be a fun one, too. We got Clove, which I love. He said, what did he say? Cadian Castellan at home. I love that guy, dude. That guy looks sick. I don't care what anyone says. That guy looks awesome. You got some Totem Core. Nice. He also 3D printed some additional bits. I think like the torsos. Very cool. Awesome, Clove. Awesome. These 3 shall represent Fascist Skobak Guard. Very cool. Sean as well has been killing it. Look at the Noct Albin. Looking great. So these are Are these the new kits or the old kits? Are these the metal ones? I always forget. I think these are the new ones, right? The new knocked open. They look fantastic. And we got the Brits. Hell yeah, dude. The British are coming. I love the armor on these guys. It looks so good. And he's got himself a, is it a jackal that the British have? Or do they get, it's called something else, right? It could be a jackal, right? Looks great, though. Is that you, Boot Mountain? Is that you? Great work, dude. Looks fantastic. I think we also, Cosmic posted some stuff, yeah. 66 zombies. Sheesh. I see some 3D printed bits. I see a lot of kit bashing. Did you just take like regular models and like cut the crap out of them to make them look like Totem Core or something? I feel like you kit bash some of these guys in bodies, right? My God. I love there's just a bottle of what... a bottle of like the base paint Citadel in the back. Damn, Cosmic. Is this... You can tell you've been working on some minis on this table, huh? Over the years. Oh my God. What are you using? Is this your palette? You just use the whole table as the palette. Nice. Hey, look, we know that guy. Hell yeah. Yeah, it looks... I'm assuming you did a bunch of kit bashing, right? To, like, get a ton of models. Whoa! Hell yeah. Are those glue? Are those super glue caps? That's what that looks like. That looks like a super glue cap. What do we got going on over here? We got a kit bash walker. Hell yeah. This is what I want to see more of in Conflict. Is like kit bashed homemade stuff. Very cool. Nice. Somebody pointed out, they're like, oh, you need to be using bases for your walkers, otherwise you're like getting an unfair advantage. The thing is, we just play so casually, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? But thing is, if we use bases, then our walkers couldn't sit on buildings, so as much as you should be using bases with walkers like you are here, we much rather prefer not using bases. Well, the only reason I say that is because I fly tie. I've gone through, and that's not the same bottle, but I've seen those super glue bottles, but I've used so much super glue in my life doing fly tying that I can immediately identify super glue caps from like a mile away. Why? Because I usually lose them. It's the first thing I do is I lose them and I leave the super glue cap off. That's a good hallmark, though, for when you actually have good super glue, is when you can leave the cap off for a month and the bottle won't dry off. Just like the Zap Gap, for instance. So, but chat, all right. It's as much as I'd love to hang out and sit around forever, I do have to get some stuff done, and I might chill out a little bit tonight because I was editing and working on stuff. But I just wanted to catch up and chit chat with everyone. Also, to comment on a point from earlier, I do agree. I love putting walkers on top of buildings. Yes, I think. Now, here's the thing: if I was going to tournaments, you know, I would definitely have bases that I could just stick them on or something at least. But when it comes to me and Rev playing, we play so casually, and it's so much cooler to have the walker, like the assault walker with the Vogelspinnas, to be like half on buildings, and like, you know, we've climbed Vogelspinnas up onto barricades before. You might not even be able to do that in Conflict, but when it comes to playing games with your friends, it's always the rule of cool. So me and Rev looked at each other. We're like, hell yeah, we're putting that Vogelspinner on the barricade. You could see it's like crawling up, you know what I mean? So, what do you call it? Yeah, I could see, you know, if you're going to tournaments or something, that's one thing. But I think you could just use just kind of use like a general measurement You know what I mean? Just measure the same way every time, I think, is the main thing. Because I just realized, like, we don't have tanks on bases. Does the Puma, does that mean the Puma has to be on the base or something? Because it's a wheeled vehicle? You know, at what point do you have to use bases and not? You know, I guess it's personal preference, but... I went to a mini K-47 event, and I could balance my walker off the side of a building because the linebacker feeds, and they totally a linebacker's feet, and they totally allowed it. There you go. If your opponent allows you to do it, then cool. If your opponent's a stickler, and they're like, nope, you should then be like, all right, cool. You whip out some bases, or be like, all right, hey, we're just going to do this, that, whatever. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's just too cool. It's too cool not to. And plus, I just like the look of them without the bases. You know what I mean? I like the look of them as like mechs, like walking around, like. But I totally get it. I totally get it. So, the cool thing is with bases, you can do really cool stuff where they're standing on one leg and doing dynamic poses that you couldn't do when they're just assembled basic bitch mode, like the way I do it, and they're just standing perfectly straight up or pretty level, right? So that is one benefit, and if you're playing on a custom-made board out of foam with dips and divots and grooves, that may be the time where you actually want to use a base as well, right? So, but... All right, chat, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. You folks are amazing as always. We'll be streaming again next Saturday. And again, I kind of... We were doing the conflict with chat, but I want to work on that, and I want to improve on it a little better. We might even end up making it, you know, doing it in Tabletop Simulator, or, yeah, Tabletop Simulator in the future or something like that, so. But, for now, doing some hobby stuff and hanging out, so. The only time I based on one of them is because I didn't know at first. The others, I based the balance on the tiny spider legs, yeah. Like, the first one I built was my linebacker, so I based it. But I don't even know if I got bases with some of my other minis I got from Warlord. Like some of the... I don't even know. Does the Vogelspinner come with a base? But, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, some of them you kind of have to base, right? Especially due to the design of it. But, you know, it's all personal preference. I think it's good to have the bases, especially if you run into a scenario, if you're playing with randoms. But, I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, chat, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. You folks have an awesome weekend. Tomorrow we're filming another game of Conflict. We got Turnip28 coming up on on Wednesday. And, yeah, it's fishing season, though, so I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be fly fishing. I'm going to be making a ton of fly fishing videos. So I'm going to try and stay on top of things. But this is like, we're getting into busy time of the year now where I'm, like, doing as much fly tying as possible to make as much money as possible when it comes to commercial fly tying. So, that's really, I got to get back to. I cleaned the desk off, but it's full of my bed's right there next to my Les Paul, and the case is all the feathers I have pre-pulled out and lined up, so I got to get back to that stuff. But chat, thank you so much for hanging out. Rev, Cosmic, I know we had Tiki in here, Boot Mountain, RK as well, Bobzilla, appreciate it. I know we had the memberships from Tiki and the super chat from Boot Mountain. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. And, what do you call it? I hope you folks have an awesome weekend, all right? So take it easy. Get some good hobby stuff done. Cosmic, get those zombies painted, okay? And I'll see you guys on Wednesday for a battle report for another Turnip28. So, all right, chat. You take it easy. You have an awesome weekend. And until next time, you guys keep rolling high on those dice.